Hello everyone, it's Bethany Drew here with Stampin' Up! In Valparaiso, Indiana. And once again, I'm not feeling completely ready, but I'm here and we're gonna have some fun with Pretty Pumpkins. I may not be as organized as I keep saying someday. But I do have 3 of my 4 boys still home with me. I don't know if I actually told any of you, some of you probably know, but because I didn't want to get into anything political here. But yes, my husband and one of my sons got COVID and the rest of us are fine. It's been almost 2 weeks ago. No, more than 2 weeks ago. I don't know. It was like August 10 or something. That my husband and my 5th grader got sick. So, hey Teresa, so glad you found me. I did try tagging a few of you who are always watching, so thought that might be helpful. But yes, so after 18 years of being a stay-at-home mom and kind of being ready for this new stage of life of having no kids at home with me, and after 3 days of school, all 4 boys had to be quarantined. So, and then I was taking care of my sick husband, and Joe is feeling a lot better. He's just still very tired. Hey Chris, glad you found me too. So of course, my old man, he's the one who took it the worst. So if any of you think of my husband, say prayers for him. He was very, very busy with work when he got put out, and it was pretty much almost a full week he didn't go back to work. And he's still trying to go back to work, but he's very tired, and he has, he does manual labor, and he's putting up trim carpentry and cabinets, and so if you think of him, be praying for him. And so as far as my time alone, I haven't really had any since school started, because when school actually started, we still had family here. And then my husband got sick right away too. So it was like, then he was home for the rest of the first week. And I was like I said, I've been taking care of people. And then these first couple of weeks of school, so my boys, Colt was able to go back to school yesterday. Yeah. And then the three of my other boys can't go back till Monday, August 30th. So they will have missed 2 full weeks of school, which don't get me into that, but kind of frustrating since all the rest of us are feeling healthy. We really are. I don't know. I was kissing my husband and I never had him quarantined. We slept in the same bed, and for some reason, God protected me, or maybe I have an awesome immune system, or maybe I was just asymptomatic. I don't know, but we all quarantined for at least 10 days. And there's a few of us who have just been feeling fine. So this weird, whatever virus, post-COVID world, just trying to do our best. So, oh, Cheryl, yes, I hope you'll catch me in the replay. So anyhow, I didn't mean to talk that much, but we're gonna talk, and we're gonna forget about COVID for a little bit. This is why I still love coming in. It's a fun time to just, let's look at pretty colors and shiny sparkly things, and we get to talk about exciting things like celebration too, because it's still celebration. These celebration items are literally till they run out, so I would order them soon. I know for my September club, I'm gonna give you, my September club people, a hostess code as soon as possible, so that right when September hits, you get your $50 order and get whatever you want quickly, because they can't guarantee these celebration items being around the whole time. So, but this month and next, with every $50 in your order, you get to earn a free awesome thing, and I'm going to show you a couple of the cute free things you can earn right now. So let's stop talking and let's just look and have some fun, right? So let me turn it around and let's have some fun playing with paper. So we are looking at the Pretty Pumpkins stamp set. Okay, and it matches with a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 dies. And these are really pretty ties. This is, I love, so I showed you the Clever Cat, the Halloween set. I'm not as much into Halloween as I love fall. I love pumpkins, I love apples, I love everything that comes with fall and the changing leaves and everything. So I do love sending out harvesty cards and thankful cards. So because this is September, October, November, it's 3 full months, so a quarter of our year that we can use fall stuff. So I love pumpkins. And you could make it Halloween or Thanksgiving or just anything in between, fallish. It's fun. And I love these sayings. It says, if friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. So thankful for you and gather together. So you could make some really sweet, even I'm thinking like nameplates or cards or something. If you're gathering, having a festival or a fall dinner, or for Thanksgiving, nameplates, you could do some really sweet things with this. So I'm just gonna touch the tip of the iceberg. Hey, Holly. Yay, I haven't seen you in a while live. Or you may just be checking in and you can watch the replay later. But here is on page 48, it is in the holiday catalog, the pretty pumpkins. And again, if you don't have a die cutting machine, you can just get the stamp set, but the dies always add so much more to your projects. And I'm going to show you how quickly they add some fun to your project. And then our catalog always has some fun, cute examples. Here they're using a lot of the deep fall colors. And always check out if you like both. There's the bundle price, 10% off when you get them together. So instead of $51, it's only $45.75 when you get the stamp set and the dies together. So yeah, Holly, I get you. It's been crazy at our house too. Crazy, crazy. But God is good. And I love the different dies. I love this. I think you're gonna like it too when you see how pretty it is. So again, because I've just been taking care of sick people and I haven't really had any alone time. I haven't been in my Stampin' Up! Room very much at all. So you are just gonna watch me play and create because I haven't made any cards with this yet. I'm just going to have fun creating. And I'll tell you, a lot of my cards are inspired by something that maybe I've seen on, what did I just do? Okay, we're gonna pretend I know what I'm doing. And that I meant to make that little edge on there. You know, we're gonna do something fun with that because I scored it in the wrong place. So I'm gonna do one with just a white card base and we'll do something fun with that. And then we'll show you how to step it up. And I'm gonna do one on vanilla card base too. So 4 1/4 is what I wanna score it on, not 4 inches. And the vanilla one, we're gonna step up. So let's first just use just ink and paper, because I like to show you how easily we can make a pretty card without too many layers and pretty easily. Now, since I made a little, I scored it wrong. I scored it at 4 inches and then I trimmed it off so it's still the regular size 4 1/4, but there is a little bit of gap there. Let's take the time to use some designer paper then. And why not some of our wood grain? And this is from the In Good Taste paper. I love this paper because I love wood grain. So I'm gonna make just a little strip of paper for that. And I'm making it go the whole length. We're gonna tape it. Now this is where I'm not sure. Should I tape it on the outside? No, the inside. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it on the inside of the card. And that's kind of a fun way to dress up just one layer card. So I didn't even mean to do that, but hey, sometimes good things happen out of mistakes, right? Okay, and I trimmed that a little too long, so I'm just gonna trim that off. Okay, so now just adding a little strip of designer paper on the inside adds a little edge and some interest on there, because I'm just going to use the pumpkins here. Let's see. I think I want to stamp the pumpkins in my Memento Black. And then we can color them in with the blends markers. You guys know I love my blends. So again, this is just using the stamp set. We'll try to keep it minimal ink colors. And let me get up my, these are the Regal's colors here. What is this? And we'll do a pumpkin in Cajun Craze, and we'll do one pumpkin pie. So for those of you who love to color, the blends markers are so much fun. That's the dark pumpkin, and I'm actually gonna color over some of the lines in the Cajun Craze. And that just gives it a little more shading. Going back over in the paper pump, or the pumpkin pie. This tall middle one we'll do in the Cajun Craze. So this is the light Cajun, I think this is the light, isn't it? Yes. Light Cajun Craze first. That gives it kind of a base of color to blend into. And because we've kept it, it's just white paper, you really can go with whatever colors you want. Then here's the dark. I'm going over all the lines. We'll go underneath the leaf too. Anywhere where I might think there might be a little bit of shading. And I'll keep it darker over on this side because there's more going on over there. Then when you go back in with the light, you just kind of blend that color all in. And it makes it fun. And I think sometimes you see like a little bit of green spots on pumpkins. So I'm adding just a little bit of green in this pumpkin on the front here. I don't want a whole lot of green because I'm going to add in green leaves, but and we'll add just a little bit of the light Cajun Craze in here for some shading. Back in with the pumpkin pie. This is where with blends you really can have some fun. I'm almost leaving no green, but it's leaving a little spot of green on there. We'll make the stems crumb cake. Now you will see some bleed through. Hey, Deb. So glad to see more people watching today. Your blends will bleed through, so if you don't like that, you could always make sure you put like a piece on the front of it, but I usually don't mind it bleeding through. It adds some color to the inside of your card then, right? Why not? Now I'm using the little skinny end to do the vines here. We're going to color the leaves in. This is Old Olive, I think. It's dark Old Olive. And I'm coming in with the light Old Olive. You see, I started with, this is where I think there's really no right or wrong way to do the blends. But people seem to say that it blends a little better when you start with the light. But here I started with the dark, and I don't know, I think it blends well too. If they're little images, it really doesn't matter a whole lot, I don't think. So isn't that pretty? That little, just that little pumpkin patch. And all you need to add is, let's see. I think I like the So Thankful for You just sitting right there. If you're gonna keep it simple, I'll just keep it in black. No, I know a lot of you have plenty of colors out there, so I'm going to actually stamp in the pumpkin pie. Thankful for You. So ink that up in the paper I keep saying pumpkin pie. So Thankful for You. And really, that's all you need to do. That's very pretty, and who wouldn't like a little card that says So Thankful for You? And that didn't take a whole lot, that didn't take any cutting. You just colored a little bit, and you could say, thank you for being a great friend. I have a few thank yous that I want to send as of recent. Not to go into too much detail, but our church has been going through some changes and some rough stuff, and I am so thankful for family of God and people in my church, because there were people who came and hugged me and have checked on me. And elders whom I love who've checked on me and prayed with me, and it's a blessing to know when you're loved and supported and prayed for. And so I have a few thank you cards I need to send out soon. Yes, honey.
Can you go on technology now?
Yes, you can now. Thank you for asking. My sweet little 6-year-old asking if he can go on technology. I make them take at least 2-hour breaks from technology, because they do their school on a lot of their Chromebook stuff, and then they just don't need to be on screen time all day. And I know they could. And I'm thankful that my boys listen. Okay, so that was a simple 1 layer. We didn't cut anything out card. So very simple. Beginner card, anybody can do that. Love those blends markers. So yes, I am encouraging you, if you don't have the blends markers, to get some, because they're awesome. Now we're going to step this up a little bit, because I'm actually going to, so now I've just started with a vanilla card base, and this is the thick vanilla. We did just come out with that, I think, in this last year or so. And then I'm putting crumb cake layer. That just real quickly will add a layer of fun. And now, because I do have a die cutting machine, my big boss, I'm going to use an embossing folder and emboss this piece with some kind of wood, plank or something. Actually, and this is the fun of just creating things on your own. Yes, isn't the lettering on the font of this set so pretty? Okay, so as I was looking through my folders, I was going to use like a wood plank thing, but this is a new folder in the holiday catalog called Time Worn, the 3D type. So I'm using the Time Worn 3D type because I thought that looks kind of pretty too. And it does look like antiqued, and antique stuff always makes me smile. And because it looks antique, let's just go with the flow and keep it going. I'm going to take out my soft suede. And I'm going to take out my sponge. I'm going to sponge around the edges and especially in the corners. And we are going to make this look really fun and worn. Don't you love what a little sponging can do? Isn't that pretty? So pretty. All right. Now this isn't too bad, although I think the crumb cake, I am going to pop it up with dimensionals. I wasn't, but sometimes RCA Plus can rip the crumb cake. After you emboss paper, a lot of times it does it weakens the strength of the paper in a sense. And so sometimes our tape runners are so strong they can start ripping the paper. So we're just going to avoid that altogether and put that up on dimensionals. Okay. So now I've just got that background, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that same row of pumpkins here, but I think I want to use this too. I think I can get all of these on there. Okay, this pumpkin is so pretty with all these leaves in there. Isn't that so pretty? Now you could take markers and color them all differently, but I'm going to show you just as easily how fun it is to just color in one color. Let's see, what color should we use? I'm going to use, so on that one I used traditional colors. Here I'm going to use some softer colors. So I'm going to use Soft Sea Foam is the light green here. My Soft Sea Foam is really juicy. Let me just see what that looks like. All right. So I've stamped it in the Soft Sea Foam, that one, fun. And then I'm gonna stamp these pumpkins again in my Memento Black. And we're gonna color in them, but we're gonna do, again, some non-traditional colors. So not necessarily orange, but why don't we do like a peach color? And we'll see how fun those colors are together. Let's see, where are my in colors? All right, so Pale Papaya, that's the peach color, one of our new in colors. I'm gonna use Pale Papaya and I think I'm gonna even use, well, this is the light mint. So I'm just going to kind of outline just the lines because, you know, sometimes you can actually get whitish or vanilla-ish pumpkins. So I'm gonna keep that little one that looks almost whitish. The big one we're gonna do Pale Papaya. And this is the fun and the joy of when you have lots of blends markers. You can start short, but I love having all the colors. Because then there is no shortage of what I can do and what colors I can pick. And I'd be like, sure, I want to use non-traditional colors, pull out all my in colors, and figure out what I want to do. And again, I'm going in with the dark just over the natural lines that the stamp already has for me. So you don't have to be too much of an artist. But then I'm gonna go under, shade under where the leaf is, and a little bit on this corner. Okay, maybe underneath this side of the pumpkin too, with the dark. And then because you don't want it to be that stark of a difference, you just kind of run over it with your light again. And that helps it to blend more, hence the blend markers. So fun. What color should I do that one? That is the question. Maybe I will do soft sea foam. Since I've got this pumpkin in soft sea foam, let's do this one in soft sea foam. Now this is where it is best when you have the light and the dark to do blending. It is nice. But when you don't, or if you're too lazy, like I am, right now to find, I think this is the, oh, this is the dark one. But I'm just going back over some places that I want shaded in the dark again. And then that also adds some shading. Okay, so those are my pumpkins. And then I'm gonna go back in with the crumb cake, color the stems. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm gonna go in with a darker green. So this is the, I think it's soft succulent, yeah. Soft succulent, one of our fun in colors. I'm going with the light first. And I'm coloring in these leaves. And then I'm gonna go in the dark. And again, with leaves, if you just go over kind of the veins of the leaves, that's a good way to, a good thing to follow when you want it to be a little darker. And isn't that pretty? In kind of those softer colors. But now, the fun and the joy of when you have your big boss, there is a die that matches these, and there's a die that matches that. So I'll be right back, and I'm gonna cut these out and show you how fun that is. Okay, so the joy of having dies. Yes, Teresa, I know you love them too. They are so much fun, they really are. And there's dies that actually cut out all this other greenery too. So if you really wanted to embellish and go crazy, you could add some more of the leaves and stuff too. Because I colored this one soft seafoam, I want this one to be over here. And I actually do have some leaves that I cut out with dies that I could add on to that pumpkin for some more texture. Although, because these leaves are in the soft succulent, I probably would want to cut that out with a... So I'm going to take this and find my soft succulent color and cut out a leaf. So this is the soft succulent color. I'm going to cut out one leaf with it and then we'll add that just for fun. All right. That's the joy of having all the colors of cardstock too. Because I'm like, oh yeah, I colored that in soft succulent, so I want to add that in soft succulent. Okay, so I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of this leaf, and we'll pop it onto, oops. Funny, because we had quarantined for so long, I told my husband I needed to get out of the house, and we took the boys to see Free Guy at the movies, and it really was pretty funny. We laughed a lot. The boys loved it. So if you're liking a movie that you don't have to think at all really and you'll just laugh and it's kind of goofy, silly, it was just kind of what I needed. I just told him I needed to laugh, I needed to get out of the house, and it was fun. So Free Guy did not disappoint for bringing on the laughter. Okay, so here is kind of the same idea, even though I added, so this one I just stamped and colored in. This one I stamped the same pumpkins, but I added another one. And because the dies are so awesome, you can just pop that on top of another layer to make that really pretty and fun. And that's where, I don't know if I would add a saying over this, or the sayings here are, I think I would put, if friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you on the inside here. And so I will find my pale papaya and actually stamp that in my pale papaya on the vanilla right on the inside. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. And I've got my soft succulent ink as well, and to make and dazzle up the inside of the card, we can add a little leaf coming from the side. And leaves on this side. And isn't that pretty? Those are pretty elegant. Love it. So here's some non-traditional colors, the soft succulent and soft seafoam and pale papaya colors. Another kind of encouraging your friend kind of card. And love those. Just in case I'm switching colors, let me color or wash those off on my chamois. And let's go different, and let's go dig a little deeper here, because I do want to show you the cool, you want to see some of the dies and you want to see some of the celebration stuff you can get. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. Now if I can find a celebration brochure, here we are. Again, let me browse through and show you some of the fun things you can earn for free. Again, with the every $50 in your order. So if you order $100 right now, you could pick 2 free things. We're gonna show you this bedazzling paper today. I'm gonna show you that. It's really pretty and sparkly and fun. There is this awesome Penguin Playmates designer paper. I love the colors in this. You really can't go wrong with what you pick. I will be playing with this one soon. Feels like home. Pretty, like if you like watercoloring. I'm going to show you a little bit of this paper today too. This black and white looks a lot like our hand penned, but this is beautifully penned and just black and white. So you could do anything with that. The sheep stamp set, so you don't have to have the die cutting machine. And then if you have the die cutting machine, you can earn, so if you do a $100 order, you could get the stamp set and the dies. But you don't have to get the dies, but they're an option. This fun little one with lots of shapes, you could do a lot of background stuff with that. There's dies with a $100 order that you can earn for free that match, and it gives you the stamp set in the annual catalog. So that's what AC means. In the annual catalog, it's on page 75, called Shaded Summer Stamp Set. So these dies match with that stamp set in the annual catalog. This is another a big stamp set that you can earn for free with a $100 order. I've seen a lot of pretty sets with this, or stamps, or cards, sorry, with this Dahlia set. It's pretty. And then if you, even on your own, if you order $300, then you get a ton of free stuff. You get to pick a bunch of celebration stuff. You earn 12% of those sales that you get back is in hostess benefits of your choice. Plus, if you end up ordering $300, you'll also get this In Your Words stamp set. Now, I know $300 is a big order. And before I signed up as a demonstrator, I had parties so that I could get to those sales and earn those kinds of things. So if that's something you'd love to get and earn, always feel free to reach out to me. I'd even be willing to do an online party and see how that works. I do think stamping in person is the best, but we could definitely try it, and I could send cards to people to put together, and we could do it together online, even though, again, I prefer to be in person. But you know, today's a new world, isn't it? A lot more people are doing things online. So, but again, now I want to show you with these dies some of the fun that you can do with some of the celebration stuff. Okay, so I showed you just in the catalog, but now look at this a little bit closer to in person. So it's not in person yet, but even just looking at this through on your phone right now or on your computer. Isn't this gorgeous? It is so sparkly. It's so pretty. So you would get a whole package of this sparkly paper. And as you can see, I've already cut out some leaves and some of the pumpkins out of this. Now this is thicker paper, so if you're doing more fine, I only did one with this really fine pumpkin because it took a while. I actually cut it a couple times back and forth. And that was with the new one. If you have the old die cutting machine that we used to have, the Big Shot, you're probably gonna have to run that through like 6 or 7 times because it's so intricate. Where our new die cutting machine, I only had to roll it through twice because it's awesome. But it did take a little bit of time to pick out some of those things. So this is the Bedazzling paper, but look how pretty it is when you cut it out with our dies. So this one is a lot easier because it's not so intricate. So I did cut out a couple more of those. And then I also wanted to show you some coolness. This is our new Cork specialty paper, and it is in the holiday catalog. I should have dear-marked that where that is. In the holiday catalog. I know it's with one of the fall things. I know it's in one of the suites that I didn't get, but oh, here it is. Okay, so Harvest Meadow. It's a beautiful stamp set. I did not get this bundle because I have the Quiet Meadow bundle, and they have a lot of similar, even those flowers are gorgeous, but I knew I wanted to play with this Cork paper. So it's Cork specialty paper. You get 2 12x12 sheets of it. But it doesn't just look like cork, it actually feels like cork, but it is really thin and fine like designer paper. But when you touch it, it actually kind of feels rubbery like cork. So it's really cool. So that cork paper is on page 55 in our holiday catalog. So I've cut it out in the Bedazzling paper. And then I did cut out this more intricate one in the Blackberry Bliss. I cut this one out in some black and orange, so some classic colors, and then also some of our designer paper that looks more like wood grain. So, you know, when you have dies, it's fun to just kind of cut out a few things, and then you've got pieces ready to go when you want to make a card. And so our first card that we're going to do with the dies here, I do want to show you the black and white, so the beautifully penned paper. So this is all black and white. So this is another one of the celebration items you can earn for free. And you get a whole package of it that's two-sided. And I think this is, there's just 3 different designs. And so you get 4 sheets of these designs. And I love it. Sorry, I just knocked the camera there. I love these designs. This black and white stuff, just stripes and then flowers. Oh my goodness, you could color in this. You could use your blending brushes, which I am going to show you, to color in and add some color. And then you've got this leafy stuff and just polka dots. I love polka dots. Oh my goodness, so much fun. So this first design I'm going to show you with this little wavy bobbly side. And I thought black and white is perfect for us to make a Halloween card. So I'm going to do black, basic black for the background, and I'm gonna put this on, but before I tape down this paper, let's add a little bit of color to the designer paper. So I'm going to take my blending brush that I do with my oranges, and I'm using pumpkin pie and blackberry bliss, and I've cut out a leaf out of that bedazzling. So we're using some of our 2 of our things that you can earn for free. So much fun. And then I used blackberry bliss and orange because there's a sweet in the holiday catalog that kind of has the blackberry bliss colors, and I love blackberry bliss, and I thought, ooh, I gotta bring that out for a fall card. So I'm starting at the bottom, and I'm kind of moving upwards with my blending brush. So it's darkest on the bottom because I'm starting at the bottom every time. And I'm not going to go all the way to the top. I'm going to leave some white. But look how fun that is to add a little bit of color so fast and so easy to our black and white paper. You can do that with any color and over any of your black and white paper. So even if you don't earn this, I know some of you have black and white paper that you could add that to. So I'm just gonna tape this down. And this is where it shows, oh my goodness, when we just use the dies, you can go super fast and make a card really quickly and easily. And those dies just make it look so cute and professional. Now I have, oh yeah. I have this cute boo stamp that is from one of the other sets in our, in the holiday catalog. I had it close to me. Where did it go? Here it is. Thinking, Thanks, and Peace. So this is also in the holiday catalog. Man, the sending thanks could work really well with our pumpkins too, right? Then it's just got a pretty thinking of you, peace on earth, so Christmassy one, and then it's got this little boo, and I thought that was so cute that I wanted it. So with my Blackberry Bliss ink, and for some reason I can't find my Blackberry Bliss ink, but where's, okay. And this is nice when you have markers and the ink pads, because I can't find my ink pad, but I was like, oh yay. I do have my Blackberry Bliss marker. So this is the Stampin' Right marker, and because I got the marker out and pulled that out, we're just gonna have even more fun with it, and we'll go with a couple of the colors. So I'm coloring the blue, the boo in Blackberry Bliss, but we'll color the little ghost that's over the boo in the pumpkin pie. So I'm pulling out my pumpkin pie marker. And guys, some of these markers I've had for like 10 years or more. Now I did get a new set of markers like, I don't know, last year. But they last a really long time. And you can actually re-ink your Stampin' Write markers. So they are an awesome thing to collect. Okay, so I just colored in that boo and I'm gonna put that right up there. Boo! And he's so cute, little. In fact, he's so cute, you might want to put him on the inside of your card too. Let's see, what order do I want to have these in? Okay, so I just want a little cluster of these together. So I think I will put the leaf on first. And then, because this is so intricate, I do want to make sure I can layer this pumpkin over. And so then, I just want to be more careful. So what I'm going to do is put a few little mini dimensionals. Guys love the mini dimensionals. And I'm just going to take off this one and stick it on so it overlaps the bigger pumpkin. Okay. And now that I know now that I know how this layers, then I can add another, I think I can even add a big one, dimensional, right there. And that one dimensional really is enough to hold down the purple pumpkin or the Blackberry Bliss one. Now, if you don't like that and it seems not secure enough, it does stick out a little bit. Maybe I should have gone with a mini dimensional. That's all right. You could add like a glue dot or something under the stem if you don't like that sticking up. I'm just not a huge fan of getting my fingers all gluey and sticky. I know we have a fine tip glue pen, so there are other things you can use. But I'm just gonna roll up a little glue dot there and there. That kind of firms down the stem then. But isn't that pretty? So this uses that beautifully penned, so that's a whole package of paper you can earn for free, or the bedazzling paper. So I added that sparkly leaf back there. And here's a fun kind of non-traditional but fun, still Halloween colors. But I just used the deep purple there instead of black to make a quick, fun, fast, but really pretty Halloween card that you could give to a teacher, a friend. So I would have to say I don't send a whole lot of Halloween cards to friends, but I will give them to the boys' teachers and stuff. And possibly if you have extra time, hand out a happy mail or happy card to your bank teller or people that you see on a regular basis, your hairdressers. Send them the fun cards, or just even hand them to them, and it still feels like a hug, right? Even if you don't get it in the mailbox, cards can be a fun little gift. Let's see, let's try to use the Cork one, the Cork paper, because that to me looks so cool too. Let's see, what do I want to do? I think what we'll do is actually go the opposite of this one here. So I'm going to use crumb cake as the card base because we can. And we'll use white just on the front. Now, if you wanted to dress up the white layer, like I said, if you have a die cutting machine, you could put this through like a rectangular stitch to put stitching on it and make it a little bit smaller. But if you don't have a die cutting machine, you could just add that layer on the inside and then stamp. So this maybe we'll do a combination of stamp and dies. And what colors should we use on this now? We've used traditional and non-traditional colors. Maybe I'll actually stamp this up. You want to see what this one looks like in a, what do you think, Blackberry Bliss? Or I don't know. You guys have any thoughts on what color I should stamp this up on? We're starting with a clean slate here. Just crumb cake and white and then this cork. What do you think? Anyone have thoughts on what color I should stamp this in? I think it should be a bold color. Maybe a deep color. So I'm thinking Blackberry Bliss, but I just used that in a die. But maybe a deep green. We could also use Evening Evergreen. That could be pretty too. Any thoughts? Or do you just enjoy coming on and not having to think at all? In fact, maybe I'll add 2 dies along with the sparkly intricate one. That'd be kind of fun. And the cork. All right, you're not thinking fast enough. Let's see. Evening Evergreen is this deep green. Oh wait, I couldn't find Blackberry Bliss, so that's not an option. But I could do, if you guys like purples, I do have Rich Razzleberry. This would also be a pretty one. I'm not going to do it today because I think this is going to be my last card, but this would be really pretty embossed, either in clears or white on white and then watercolored over or something. That could be really pretty. All right. See, Teresa, you always seem to chip in right when I choose, and then you usually do the opposite. I'm trying to think. What would you choose? Oh, Teresa, you would choose the purple, wouldn't you? Because you love purple. Rich Razzleberry. All right, I'm going to do it. Unless someone speaks up fast. It's going in Rich Razzleberry. Yep, committed. No going back now. Let's see what this looks like in Rich Razzleberry. I'm sure it will be pretty. Let's see. I'm going to move this up so I can stamp the Gather Together. Ooh, that looks pretty in Rich Razzleberry. Thanks for your help, guys. Silly people. So I can add Gather Together down here. In fact, why don't I use the Evening Evergreen, since I pulled it out already, for the saying. And then maybe we can add some of the greenery. Gather Together. So pretty. So fun. And then we will just add these on there. And I'm going to do the same thing. See, now I don't want the I don't want this tall pumpkin to go over the card itself. So I might have to trim it off a little, or you still can see that it means, you can still see what it says. Gather together. Even if it's a little over the, that should be fine. All right. So once again, I'm going to pull out my mini dimensionals here and put them on 3. And I am going to put a mini dimensional on the other one too, because I think it stuck out a little bit. So this is, again, that specialty cork paper. And I'm going to smush it right there. And then we can add another couple mini dimensionals to hold down the pumpkin here and down there. But again, I'm using mini dimensionals so it doesn't stick out. And then we can also add what are those called? Glue dots. That is the word. On the stem there. Sometimes you may have to roll it over a little bit. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Aren't these pumpkins so pretty? That's why they're called pretty pumpkins. Okay, so I took all of those off. I'm gonna put this far enough down. I haven't even taped this down yet, but I want to make sure the stem of the pumpkin doesn't go over the card. There we go. And we can take our glue. This is Seal Plus. The Seal Plus is awesome because it's not going anywhere, guys. The Seal Plus is here to stay and your cards will not fall apart. I love it. So there we go with some evening evergreen. Stamped down there. And then we can add some leaves. Now this is actually mellow moss, so it's a little bit deeper, or it's a different color than the evening evergreen, but I think we could still get away with it rather than me having to run off and cut another one. Or if you wanted to stamp some of the leaves and cut them out, because we have dies that match with those too. Although those leaves are fairly big, you probably just do that when you had one pumpkin on your card, on the front of the card. If you wanted those pretty leaves to cascade down from the pumpkin. Did I not? I didn't peel the back off. You need to peel the back off if you want it to stick. There we go. All right. Well, I hope Facebook didn't drop the comments, because I'm not seeing any more comments, and I was having that problem a while ago, and then last week it seemed like it was fixed, but maybe that's happening again. I don't know. But I do appreciate that you guys came on and watched me play with the Pretty Pumpkins stamp set. And there's just so much fun. I did want to start with fall because fall's just around the corner, but I am going to start getting out some Christmas stuff. And I'm hoping when I get all the boys back in school that I can actually spend some time on figuring out, I want to do a fall card class. And then I'll still do my all-day holiday retreat day as well. So I'm trying to plan all of that, guys. I will let you know ASAP when those things are coming. but we might make something fun like this, a pretty fall card. So there are just some quick, simple, easy ideas that I showed you. Hopefully you got some inspiration. Even if you don't have these pumpkin stamp sets, maybe get back out your these other stamp sets that you can play and do similar things with. This Gather Together stamp set. I honestly, I forget if this, I think this is actually still current. This one is still current. Lots of Love of Leaves. And that's what I cut this leaf out with. That leaf is cut out with the dies that match with Love of Leaves. So there are some other fall ones that already exist, are in the annual catalog that you can use. And this was my first, very simple. So thankful for you. Love the font on that. So whether you want to keep it super simple and make a bunch of cards, or you want to get out your dies and make some more intricate ones for friends and family and people to say thank you during the fall season or during Thanksgiving, or make even some home decor with this. This is a great set. Love it. So I'll leave that one on there. Hope you guys have a wonderful Wednesday. My website is thedrewdaily.stampinup.net. You can order 24/7 anytime you want. And just now is a fun time to order because you can earn those free, fun bedazzling and different packages of designer paper or stamp sets for free with a $50 order. So order today or tomorrow or the next day. You can, and you have all this month and September to earn celebration stuff. So it's exciting time. And let's see. Oh yeah, tomorrow, because I'm Silver Elite, the Silver Elite and above are invited to it's called like backstage, where I get to hear some speakers and get some business ideas and also look at some new product and stuff. So I'm excited to do that. My upline, a couple uplines up, Michelle Helene will also be attending from her own home. So I'll just be watching online, but that's kind of fun, exciting things. And I got some fun. I got a water bottle and a cute little bag. I'll show you later after the event what I got from that. But Stampin' Up! Likes to spoil their people. So if you have any questions even about joining my team, let me know, because right now is a fun time to join as well. You get to pick a free bundle from, there's like a few different awesome bundles to choose from, along with your starter kit. So it's a fun, great deal. And you're getting an extra, like anywhere from $50 to $55 extra in free right now when you sign up. So let me know if any of you are interested. I'd love to have more people on my team. I love my team. Deb and Teresa and Chris, most of my consistent watchers on the video here are part of my team. I love you guys. You are dear, dear friends to me, and I love being a part of the Stampin' Up! Family. So, and I love to gather together. It's kind of why I love fall stuff, and I love getting people together. It's just so much fun. It warms my heart, and I love being with others, and especially when we can craft and do things together that are going to bring more hugs and warmth and love and joy to people. So love all of you guys. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and I will see you next week. And hopefully I will be more organized next week and be on time. Bye.